Welcome back to the Toffee Blues, your source for all things Everton. I am Connor Williams, and we're back with a preview for the Leicester Everton game on the Bank Holiday Monday. Um, this is a big game. I'll put my thoughts on it, and more importantly, where I think this leads us, and I'll do who I think will play. Um, yeah, so 8 o'clock Bank Holiday Monday, the 1st of May Day. Which ironically is probably what most fans and coaches, Everton staff are shouting at the minute, and certainly will be doing if we lose this. For me, this is a must-win. Newcastle are a good team. And I took a draw. We lost. We're not done. This is a must-win for me. Um, Leicester have a good record. They won against us in November. 2-0. We beat them last season and drew with them last season. And then overall, we have an all right sort of like record. They've won more of the games than us, but some of those go back to 2019 and 2017. So quite a while back. I think since Leicester have been in the Premier League, they've won 9 of the head-to-head. We've won 7. We drew 4. More wouldn't be good enough. To be completely honest, we'll look at the landscape now of the table. The table currently sits Southampton rock bottom with 24, Everton 19th with 28, Leicester 18th with 29, 17th Nottingham Forest with 30, Leeds United at 16th with 30, and then West Ham at 15th with 34. Not completely out of the depth of it, but I'd argue 5 games left. A couple more wins and they are safe. We're going to win. A win would put us up to 31. That would lift us above Leicester, and depending on the results, would lift us above Leeds and or Nottingham Forest, potentially if they both lose their games, and would move us out the relegation. If both those teams lost, that would put us 16th. All right, only a point in it, but we've got some tough games coming up, which is also what I'm going to allude to in a minute. It's not just the fact that this is a muffling to get us out the zone because it's that close to getting 16th on the current situation when that's safe. But it's the fact we've got some tough games coming up. Wins need to come where they can. And bearing in mind where Leicester are, we should be winning this type of game if we want to stay up because they're around us. They're a very good team, though. I can't believe they're in that sort of position. The quality is very good. They concede more goals per match than we do, but they score a lot more. They score 1.3 goals a game, but concede 1.7, whereas we score 0.8 goals a game and concede 1.5, which is our big problem. Not only are we conceding a goal and a half a game, but we're also not scoring enough. And I think interestingly, this game, going to have to roll some big dice to try and get lads to attack. We've got to get goals in, and we've got to win this for me. It's a huge game. After this game, we're looking at Brighton away. Very good team that have already handed it to us this season at home. City at home. I mean, we did all right against City at the Etihad, but this is City in May. They love this time of year. The title challenge is on. They look to be really good in the new the 3-2-5 or whatever Pep's playing now. They're going to be tough. It's City, and it's City in May. Last time I think we played them towards the end of the season, they beat us like 5-1 in Carlo's years. Then we've got Wolves away. Wolves are another team that are just a little bit higher than us, but they're a tough team away from home. And then Bournemouth at home, which I'd be beating Bournemouth at home anyway, anytime. But the big worry there is we could already be gone by then. I would say realistically, 3 points against Bournemouth. And then after that, I think we struggle. Maybe 3 points against Wolves, a shock win here or there, maybe City or Brighton, but I can't see that happening. The only other one where I see a really good chance is Leicester because they're around us. It's a chance to get 6 points. 6 points would put us on 35, which would be me above West Ham. and potentially enough to stay up. If we can get those 6 points and then a draw against Wolves and Brighton, or Wolves and City, or one of those two games, I think we stay up. So we need 2 wins and 2 draws from the next five for me for a realistic chance, and that's with results going our way. So yeah, we really need to win this. I don't know who Nottingham and Leeds have got and Leicester have got for the rest of the season. I'm pretty sure we're going to do a video on the channel about that soon with that table working out thing like we did last year for that. But anyway, yeah. And in terms of who we can imagine setting up, I think he's going to play the exact same team that played against Newcastle. I hope Seamus Coleman is fit. If he is, I think that will be the one change for Ben Godfrey. I pray if he's not fit, just plays Patterson because I'm sick of seeing Ben Godfrey now at left right back. That was enough for me. There's no guarantee in that. I think maybe he will play him. You never know. It's one of those, isn't it, where it just depends. But I can't see him changing the team that much. Like I said in the Newcastle post-match review, in areas we played really well. Up until the first goal, we played well. Up until the second goal, we played well. Then it got sucked out of us. We've got no fight in this team, or very little fight, which is what he needs to put forward to them now. Is that we are going to concede. You need to score, and you need to fight a little bit more for it. In terms of Leicester, their top player to watch out for is probably Harvey Barnes. He's got 10 goals and 1 assist, compared to our top goal scorer, which is Dwight McNeil with 5 goals and 2 assists. Um, I think regardless, I've just said Leicester are down there, have a very talented squad. I'm shocked here. I mean, they're not as good as they once were. In goal, they've got Alex Smithies. I'm pretty sure formerly of Huddersfield back in 2015, and Danny Ward, who's their main one. In defence, I guess they've got a very, very decent team, but you can see where they lack. So going off their game with Leeds, that they drew 1-1, we'll go off this, who we think Leeds might put out. In goal was Everton. I'm not too sure why. I don't know enough. I don't watch a lot of Leicester. Maybe Danny Ward's injured. Castagna at right back. Christiansen at left back. Christiansen not having a really good time out there last time, but he's a young lad. And he had Solanke, who I believe is signing to Atletico Madrid, and Faze, centre back. Tillmans, Samore in the two centre mids, and then they had Ete, Madison, Barnes behind Iniacho. Jamie Vardy came on to get the winner, to get the equaliser, sorry. Backer. And then on the bench, they've got the likes of Hall, Mendy, Wilfred Ndidi, Daniel Amati, Harry Sutter, and Danny Ward. Got a lot of defensive midfielders there, haven't they? Yeah, they've got a decent enough squad. It's not quite as good as it was maybe last year before. Still a very decent squad. It will cause us trouble. I think Niato will cause us trouble. Jamie Vardy's one of those players, even now in his twilight years, you can never give a yard of space to. But ultimately, we've got to take our chances. We had 13 shots against Newcastle, none of them big chances, none of them look like goals. We had a 0.7 expected goals. And we need to start unlocking Calvert-Lewin a little bit better. Taking advantage of set pieces, they were off against Newcastle. I wasn't impressed with Alex Iwobi taking corners. And I think it says a lot about your football club when you once had the likes of Leighton Baines, to an extent Kevin Morales, I suppose. But Leighton Baines, Luca Dean, James Rodriguez, and even such great free kick takers that we can all sort of remember. There's always been, as long as I've been a fan of Everton since I was little, there's always been one good free kick taker, one that when they stand there with the ball, you go, this might go in. And yes, yesterday against Newcastle at the time recording, it was last night, I watched Idrissa Gueye take one in a really opportune situation. And it wasn't awful for Idrissa Gueye, but it was, I never, when he stood over it, thought this is going in, because I watched him take his set pieces for Senegal during the World Cup. He was taking corners, and I thought, oh, if these are good, he could take them for us. Watched him take a few, and was like, that's why he doesn't take them for us. So yeah, really, really disappointing sort of results there. But yeah, yeah, really disappointing that that's where our free kick takers are at. In terms of the Leicester game, getting back on track, it'll be tough. We've got to win away from home. My heart is saying 1-0 to Everton, 2-1. My brain is saying that I think we could end up it's on the end of a 2-0 defeat, unfortunately. This is the game for me. I've tried to I stayed positive all the last season, didn't think we were going down. This season, I've been saying for the last 2, 3 weeks to my dad, we we're too good. We're not too good, but I've been saying there are three worse teams than us in this league. That being Southampton, Nottingham Forest, and either Leeds or Leicester. Realistically, now there isn't. Yesterday, I came to the realization, and if Leicester beat us, I think we are one of the worst teams in the league, and I think we are going down. We've got to win that for me, otherwise, I'm starting to think, no, we're done. Um, Maybe Leeds and Nottingham Forest, but yeah. So it's a must-win, guys, for me, and I don't want to, that sounds very dramatic, but I think most of you'll agree it's getting past desperate times now. We need a miracle. So yeah, fingers crossed. I hope it goes well. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and comment down below your thoughts and score predictions. I look forward to reading them.